Today's topic is Confessions of a Murder Hobo. Yep, I play murder hobos. People like Vasquez, I just want to know where they are. Players like Luke Skywalker, adoptive parents, conveniently murdered in the first act. Then goes off to have a space adventure for a space wizard, whose entire space wizard order was conveniently murdered as well. Convenient, that. But some days you just want to be a murder hobo. I certainly want to be a murder hobo. There are days when I feel like it's being brought to me by the letters F, U, C, and K. Not necessarily in that order, but probably. And if that night's game night, I probably just want to hit things and make things go splat. So I might bring my murder hobo. Other games, you've had to sit through interminable 45-minute long introductions. This is usually in something like Vampire. And you've gone through 3 also tragic backstories. Then you might want to be a murder hobo. You might just want to say, "Hi, I'm Barry the Vampire. Embraced by Gary the Vampire. I'm Bruja." Can you tell? Sunglasses. Because sometimes, well, roleplay is hard. You are tired, but you're going to be there to be on your game. You've got to bring your game. You've got to bring your fun game. You've got to make being a murder hobo fun for the other people around that table. So, you've got to develop skills to develop your character traits on the fly, to develop them quickly, to throw something together so that you have slightly more motivation than I'm Barry the Vampire. You've got to work some things out. Now, from this, you usually take your cues from the setting. You know, if you rock up to some weird game, where everyone's a freak, some freak show game of D&D, where everything and everyone is something weird and different, pick some wild and dangerous flaws. I was asked in one game what is your deep dark secret? I looked around the table and I said, genocide. There are no more ogres in the world because of me. Everyone thought, but you're good. I said, yep, and ogres were bad. There are no more ogres in this world. If there are we meet any ogres, then I've obviously missed them. And we did meet some ogres. And I made sure I didn't miss them again. Because I was a murder hobo that day. But I already had far more motivation than most of the players around the table. I was a genocidal maniac. Murder hobo. I had a thing for murdering ogres. Ogres were terrible. Ogres were cannibals. Ogres were a blight on civilization, and I would wipe them out. And if I found any that I'd missed, I'd get them too. And suddenly, Lydian was suddenly screaming things down, because suddenly they had a player at their table who actually wanted to do something, wanted to achieve something. It wasn't a very nice thing, but it could definitely throw some problems. We had to ally with some ogres, and that was a lot of fun for everyone. Because, what was his name? Urban. Keep Urban the ball away from the ogres. You gotta murder them. He'll kill them. But we need them. We need them to know what happened. So you can get things going. You can throw something in, something murderous, something destructive, and get people's imagination going. Also, just keep an eye out on the plot. If you're in murder hobo mode, then you won't care about the plot so much. You don't care about those damn NPCs or their stupid quests, or their requests, or their motivations, or their intricate political webs. If you're playing some vampire game, then try and write down a mental map and keep a list of people you're allowed to put the shotgun to the head, and people you're not allowed to put the shotgun to the head. Just a quick mental map. He's the prince, or he's the primogen. This is the sheriff, and his little wizards. Probably not allowed to put shotgun to the head of them. This full anarch. Boop boop. boom. And then, because you've probably put a barrel trunk on, boom again. But yeah, make a mental map of who you're allowed to kill, who you're not allowed to kill. Because that GM's probably put some work into their world, and although you're not really paying attention, put some attention, because you don't want to be a dick. You want to kill sanctioned bad guys, and Lord knows most games have sanctioned bad guys. Go after them, work out who they are, and then release your frustrations on them with vengeance. Next thing is develop a character. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, role-playing isn't rocket science. As you go along, just think what tendencies your character likes, doesn't like. And they can be very simple ones. After all, you're not going for a Tony or an Oscar. Just throw in some quirks. Throw in some classic ones. Throw in alcoholism. Always have your character drinking. Just, I have a hip flask, I take a drink. I go into a bar, I get a drink. I look forlornly at my hip flask. It's out, and I shake it. I get that last drop. Something like characterization. If you're a murder hobo and you want to really murder hobo it up, get a hatred. Like I said, hatred for ogres, that worked well. But find other ones. And find attachments to the players. Other players, you decide you want them along with your murder hobo team. So develop attachments to them. If one of them says, I'm from this village, well, you can be from the next village over. If they're from this town, you can be from this town. If they belong to this weird, bizarre religion, join their religion. Join the cleric's religion. And then ask how it can help with their with the murdering and wiping out of things. So, that's been 7 minutes of Confessions of a Murder Hobo. Make your murder hobo interesting. Keep a sketch list of who's on the to-kill list and not to-kill list. And try and develop a character as you go. Because, well, just killing things with a bunch of stats does get boring rather fast. Even if you have had a really, really bad day.